You've heard of the saying, you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. You respect me, I'll respect you. I've never liked this saying, and let me tell you why. There has recently been some YouTube drama, and I'd like to break down where I think that the person responding really did a good job of keeping true to herself and not matching the tone of the person who was clapping back at her. So let's take a look. Hi, I'm Kimber the therapist, and this is Hannah Alonso. Go ahead, subscribe to her. I really like how she covers things. She's very educated, she's entertaining, and she keeps it kind, in my opinion. So go ahead, subscribe, check her out. She covers MLM, multi-level marketing content, and I think she does a really good job. So let's hear what she has to say about this.
This is the first time that somebody I featured in one of my videos has publicly expressed her disdain for me on her own social media, actually. Or I should say, I guess it could have happened before, I just didn't see it. But lucky me, she made sure to tag me in her Instagram story all about how mean of a person I am, and that's how I got to see it. I do give her credit for tagging me though. If anyone else has done something like this, I never knew about it because they did not tag me in it. So I've got to say I respect it to a degree. What I do know is that I didn't tag her in it in any way. I didn't send it to her. In fact, I kept her completely anonymous. I didn't show her name. I didn't even show her face. I usually don't when I'm featuring victims of MLM schemes because my videos are not about them. Their content is just being used to illustrate an example or a point about the multi-level marketing industry as a whole. And as you guys know, since day one, my commentary has always focused on the business model and the companies and not on the individuals themselves. This particular person appeared in 90 seconds out of a 32-minute YouTube video in which I was discussing how the MLM company Saint is not an MLM anymore. They're dissolving the MLM structure completely, which means no more downlines, no more teams, and the reps can only make money off of their personal sales commissions. They do not get paid based on recruitment-based activities anymore. My inclusion of her in that video wasn't personal in the slightest. I have nothing against her. I don't even know her. And despite keeping her completely anonymous in my video, it does appear that she took it very personally, and by tagging me in her Instagram stories, she obviously wanted me to see it. My video was not intended to take digs at her personally, but her Instagram story was intended to take digs at me personally. And she got her wish. I did see it, and if I have to see it, you've got to see it too. I will still be keeping her anonymous in this video because her privacy is important to me. The goal of this is not to put her on blast or send negativity her way. I do not condone that. Please do not engage. But I am showcasing it in a video because, well, that's my job. To analyze and comment on the behaviors of people in multi-level marketing companies and break down the logical fallacies and the manipulation tactics. That's what I do with all of my other anti-MLM videos. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. Only this time the rant is directed at me. How fun!
So before we go on to this MLM person, would you please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button? Watch till the end. We're really trying to build up watch hours to get monetized, so it would help out so much. For all of you who have watched all my videos and subscribed and liked, thank you so very much. It really means a lot to us. It's really appreciated. So let's hear what she has to say.
This is the worst thing that could ever happen, right? To the point where they're creating these drama. As I was saying before, the general consensus from people at the top of Saint is that they're devastated. This is the worst thing that could ever happen, right? To the point where they're creating these extremely dramatic, sad fishing type social media posts where they're filming themselves crying and just wondering how life can possibly go on. And honestly, I can't say that I blame them.
Okay, but what's funny is she's like, these girls are so dramatic and like, how can life go on? But I totally understand. Like, I don't blame them. Do you?
Yeah, so here the MLMer, we'll call her Jenny. I don't know who this person is, but we'll call her Jenny just for, easy reference sake. Jenny is resorting to making fun of Hannah when Hannah was using an informative tone, using a professional tone. Hannah did say that Jenny was behaving in a dramatic way, but she shows later that the video that Jenny produced was fairly filled with drama. She was filming in all parts of the house,
posting extremely dramatic videos. I showed you like 7 examples of people filming themselves crying, her being one of them. She literally took her phone on a tripod around her house and filmed herself being emotional at her desk, on her patio, in her bed, in her bathroom. You cannot argue that that's dramatic. Come on, come on.
She was filming all sorts of feelings and reactions, which is fine. She's telling a story in reaction, but the tone that Jenny takes is very sarcastic, supposed to be in a comedic way, and just off as immature. So Jenny resorts to this making fun of tone, and this, if this were a face-to-face situation, this could really cause the situation to escalate. Of course it's not. Let me say that Jenny's, may not be used to being featured in somebody else's video, and so her feelings are hurt, and this is how she's lashing out. That's not an excuse, it's just what she chose to do. And Jenny goes on to acknowledge that Hannah is not making fun of her. And the main thing I want to focus on is Hannah's reaction. So let's take a look at how Hannah responded.
So yes, I do concede to the fact that I called it dramatic, which I do feel like was pretty justified. But then I followed it up with a significant portion of commentary all about how I do empathize with what they're going through, how that must be really challenging, how that must feel like a big slap in the face from the company, that it makes me sad to see that I would probably feel just as distraught if I was in their position. I gotta be honest, I extended quite a bit of grace and empathy, considering these are people who are just really devastated that they can't make money off of other people's efforts anymore. Both things can be true at once. Yes,
making fun of someone is a defense mechanism, and it's one made to make you, in this case Jenny, feel like she's better than the person she's making fun of, in this case Hannah. So by putting Hannah down, Jenny is thinking that she is better than Hannah in that moment that she's making fun of, which feels good to her. The problem is, this is a pretty low form of coping, to be honest, and it's going to end up possibly leading Jenny to feeling bad about how she handled it, because she probably doesn't like it when people make fun of her. So what do you do when someone makes fun of you, when you want to give a healthy response? I know what you're thinking. You're the therapist, you tell us, bitch. Your knee-jerk reaction may be to make fun of them back. That's totally understandable. Consider using your filter instead, and remember that person may be going through something really difficult, and they may be reacting out of fear or pain. Or maybe they're usually a jerk face and make fun of people on the daily. But you know something? You can choose differently. Remember that the person who doesn't give in to playground tactics has the power in that interaction. You can control how you respond. Remember that they're making fun of you may be a personal attack, but it really isn't about you. It's about them and their own issues, or shoes, as I like to call them. It's about their shoes, not your shoes. Now, take those feet in those shoes and get to walking and put some space between the two of you if needed. One of the hardest things to do is to be kind to someone who isn't being kind to you, but it is true. It's those people who usually need kindness the most. Maybe later you can give them some constructive criticism. Let them know how what they said made you feel if you have that kind of relationship with them. In that moment, ask yourself what the kindest thing you can do is. Not just for them, but for you. Because afterwards, you're going to have to live with your choices. And emotions aren't intense. Choose kindness. Choose to be in control of your thoughts and feelings. Remember that being funny at someone else's expense does not represent you well at all. Don't take on what the person insulting you is saying about you. My mom, Rosalie, used to say, consider the source, Kimber. And I think that's really cool. I like how she said that. So, to recap, making fun of someone is a defense mechanism. It's one that makes you feel better by putting someone else down. Bottom line is, don't define yourself by how people treat you. Define yourself by your own sense of morality, by how you want to represent yourself. I hope this has been helpful. This is Kimber the therapist from Hissy Fit. Remember, be your own safe place and don't throw a hissy fit.
In a world that tries to break you down, where whispers turn to shouts, make you feel like a clown, but I rise, I stand with love in my heart, for kindness is my armor, it sets me apart. The gentle voice within me sings, be kind to yourself when the storms are rough. Let compassion be your shield when the times get tough. For every wound they try to inflict, remember your worth. Spread love like a blanket around this earth. Shadows loom and you feel all alone. Look in the mirror, see the strength you've grown. They may throw their stones, try to dim your light, but kindness is a beacon that burns ever bright. In every heart lies a powerful truth. Be kind to yourself when the storms are rough. Let compassion be your shield when the times get tough. For every wound they try to inflict, remember your worth. Spread love like a blanket around this earth. When the storms are rough, let compassion be a shield when the times get tough. For every wound they try to inflict, remember your worth. Spread love like a blanket around this earth. Whisper lies, yet deep inside you hold the light. Remember love, it speaks so loud. You're not alone, rise up proud. We stumble through this troubled ground, but kindness grows where hope is found. Embrace the storms, let compassion reign. Together we'll break every chain. Let the warmth shine from your heart. Let the warmth shine from your heart. So be kind to yourself, like the sun in the sky. Hold your head high, never say goodbye. Lift each other up, we'll weather the storm. In the face of hate, love will keep us warm. Create a space where healing flows, a gentle embrace. Stand in your truth, let their anger fade. You're worthy, you're brave, don't be afraid. And when the world feels heavy and cold, King, this is a story that needs to be told. From the ashes we rise like a phoenix flies. In mirrors of love, see your light in their eyes. Together we stand, we won't back down. So be kind to yourself, like the sun in the sky. Hold your head high, never say goodbye. Lift each other up, we'll weather the storm. In the face of hate, love will keep us warm. Together we stand, we won't back down. Oh, oh, oh. So be kind to yourself, like the sun in the sky. heavy on my chest, but I stand tall, I won't accept the rest. In the mirror I remind myself to be more loving, more kind, that's the key. Every word they throw can cut like a knife, but I choose my battles, I'm reclaiming my life. With every hurtful comment, I'll build a new shield. My kindness, my power, the truth will be revealed. I'm rising above, it's a warrior song. Be gentle with yourself, you're more than enough. In a world full of storms, learn to embrace the tough. When they push you down, let your heart fly free. Kindness is your armor, it's your legacy. In the silence, find your peace, find your grace. Breathe in the strength, find your place. They may laugh and point, try to dim your light, but I'll shine even brighter, my future is bright. With every step forward, I reclaim my ground. I'll be the voices of love that surround. I'll hold my head high, keep my heart aglow. Be gentle with yourself, you're more than enough. In a world full of storms, learn to embrace the tough. When they push you down, let your heart fly free. Kindness is your armor, it's your legacy. Let the whispers of hope carry through the sky. We rise hand in hand, watch the troubles pass by. Be gentle with yourself, you're more than enough. In a world full of storms, learn to embrace the tough. When they push you down, let your heart fly free. Kindness is your armor, it's your legacy.
The main point I want to make here is don't let someone else determine who you are or how you're going to respond